Hey guys, how you doing? I'm back with another video. So I just want to share with you guys something. Um, this video is about excuse. It's about how God always makes. How do I even call it? He always prepares. It's like he prepares a backup plan before things go south for us. Yeah, yeah. So hold up. Yeah, as I was saying, like God prepares like backup plans for us before things happen. My own example is that I remember this time. Actually, it's not even one time. It's like it's been happening in my life, like all through. It's like I've watched God do things, mighty things, and preparing backups for me before anything could happen. Um, I remember actually sitting down one time and I'm like, wait. I looked at my life, like the way everything played out, and I'm like, wait, do you realize that God has always been like, He has always been before you, like making plans, like even when things were going to go south, He came through before you even realized. Yeah, yeah. So let's say I was staying with maybe this kind of people, and maybe the like things had started going south. Yeah, for some reason you could feel like, okay, oh my god, I don't know how to explain this. Help me, Lord, to put it out right. It's like you could be in a situation, yeah, and then you're like, it's like you start sensing things, yeah, start sensing things, like trying, things are not going well or something like that. And for some reason you're like, ooh, I feel like I'm going to, go down like that. But then you're like it's like God can use anything, He can use anyone. For some reason you might meet with someone, like meet a new person, like a stranger. Then for some reason they start being like your friend and all that. And then eventually it's like when that thing happens, when that bad thing happens to you, it's like these are the people that comes through. So it's always been like God planning backups for me, you know, before anything at all happens. Yeah. Sometimes it could be like, let's say you're staying with some people, and for some reason they start acting up, like they want maybe to chase you out of their house, something like that. So it's like God always makes a way for you before even you realize that things are going to go rough. Yeah, I've seen that happen a lot in my life. And actually, I think that's what God does actually with everyone. It's like sometimes we don't understand what's going on, like what's going to happen or something like that. Sometimes we're just so innocent and like we can't tell because we don't know about tomorrow. But God comes through all the time. It's like He goes before us and He prepares the path straight. Is that the way they say it? Is that the way it's said? It's written maybe in the Bible, something like that. Yeah. But I really, I've seen God actually do things in my life. Like I've seen Him make ways for me actually every time. Like I'm not even complaining. It's like He has never failed me in any way at all. Even when I feel like He's failing me, He's still not failing me. It feels so good, yo. Like He's so reliable. Is that the word? He's so faithful. He's so amazing. Because when I look at my life story, it's been Him, like at all times. It's been Him. Yeah, I've watched Him do things. Like, okay, let's say you have this job and you're like, no, let me not even say that. Let's say you have, I used to have a job. Like, okay, these are things that have been happening in my life, Maybe I'm working here, and then for some reason, maybe your boss start acting up like that. And then it's like within that time, God makes a way. It's like He connects you to someone you're not even aware of, a stranger, something like that. Before even this happened, you just like He just connects you to someone, and you're like, I think this is just a stranger and all that. So by the time they maybe sack you, something like that, like it's like God uses that person that He connected to you before to help out or to connect you someone somewhere else. That's how God does His things. He's like He has a backup plan all the time, like all the time, in everything, not even about work or stuff, in everything. Sometimes we don't understand it. Sometimes we're just focused on what's going on and we don't know exactly what He's doing behind the scenes. Yeah, and sometimes it's really hard to trust Him somehow when things are looking weird, extremely weird. But He always comes through and He's faithful. He's faithful, very faithful. I've watched Him do things that are extreme in my life. Like He's so sweet. And I really can't thank Him enough. He's so amazing. Oh Lord, help me. Wow. There are actually times you just be like, how am I going to get out of this situation? You're like, everything is saying otherwise. Like everything is, yeah. So everything is like saying otherwise, and then like, man, but He always comes through. I've seen Him come through, come through. Like, oh my God, He's so protective. Yeah, I've been in a situation that are hard, honestly. And I've seen Him do, like, He always has a backup plan. I don't know how to explain it right. In everything, in every way, yo, God is faithful. He's extremely faithful. He's faithful. I think I should give some kind of details. I remember one time I was staying with some people, and it's like I was dependent on those people. I was staying with them, working with them, so I had nowhere else to go. It's like I was stuck there. But these people, because sometimes some people, if they are not right with their heart, okay, I don't even know if it's not being right. But it's like some people, when they are like, when they know that you're depending on them, sometimes they use that as an advantage to take, to just treat you the way they would. Like they mistreat you, like they just look at you in a vulgar way. It's like they look at you like, you can't even do without me. You can't be without me. It's me who feeds you. You sleep under my roof. It's like they feel like they have all the authority over your life. So I watched God. So when I was staying with those people, also myself, I would be like, wait, yes, I have God, this God I have and all that, and I trust Him and everything. But man, in this situation, I feel like these people like are in control of my life right now because I haven't karato shatarabandiriba. I love you, God. Hakaramandiribosa. So like you feel like your people are kind of in control of your life at that moment. And you don't see anything happen for you, anything big or like you escaping from that. But I've watched God. Yes, I watched God, yet I'm still telling a story. So yeah, So time came and these people were like, they started acting up. They started like mistreating me. Do you know someone mistreating you in a way that they know that you can't go anywhere without, like, you can't be anything. They tell you such things. They talk negative things in your life and tell you that you are nothing. We've helped you from here and there. We've done this for you. We've done like whatsoever, and they say all those things. And all they are doing like is to make you feel timid and feel like you're worthless without them. So that's what happened. And eventually I was like looking like I was just being there, and like my life was, I could feel like stuck, yeah. But eventually God was so faithful. He's always been faithful in my life. So it's like, yes, they're doing this, they're making me feel like that and all that. But yes, I still had my trust in God. I still knew that God would do something right, like in any time. So for some reason, God could, like, I remember God brought me, was it my sister? God brought my sister, and my sister was like, Shakira, like, if she didn't even know what's going on, because I never shared what's, like, I never opened up about what I go through in most cases. I swallow my, like, my situations. I be like, I do not share. I'm not someone who shares what they go through like that. I'm not someone who overshares. I know how to handle my problems. Like, I just surrender to God, and I'm like, I don't know how to cry. I don't know how to cry over people. So my sister came and she was like, for some reason, she was like, girl, if you ever feel like, it's not okay here or something, like, you get tired, you just come at my place. And yeah, after there, like, things started going haywire and all that. And eventually, I went to my sister's place. Yeah, and it's so funny, man. Like, when I tell you my story, it's so weird. So I reached at my sister's place and all that. Yes, we stayed together, and yes, things still okay. Holy Spirit, how do I put this? Hmm? Should I kind of tell my story? Summarize it? It's like, okay, I grew up in the village. Okay, as I understanding, when I'm in the village, staying with my dad, my real dad, and my stepmother. Oof. So my dad, my dad, they divorced with the stepmother. They separated. When they separated, I stayed in the village because my stepmother left, and my dad was also my like, we are all scattered. My siblings were all over. Like, some of them were in the city. Me, I was in the village, and my brother, my little brother, were. So I stayed in the village with my little brother. So we went to our granny's place. So I reached there, and yeah, I got so sick until I left. My dad took me from there, and then I went and I started staying with the neighbor from from our house, like where my daddy's house was. So I went back to that place, and I started staying with the neighbor. So I stayed with this neighbor. This neighbor started treating me horrible. Yeah, and she treated me so horrible. I, I was praying, of course. I didn't know Jesus like that, but I was praying in the name of Jesus. I was like trusting God. And yes, an opportunity came from where? From the city, yeah. Because my sister, my elder sister was in the city, in the organization, in homes, these things of homes, like organization, they support you, they pay your school fees and all that. So yeah, I also was praying for that maybe they can also accept me there. Yeah? So eventually I prayed and prayed and out and prayed because I was being mistreated here in the village and all that. So I got that opportunity, and they admitted, like, is it admission? Yes. So I went and I started being in an organization. Yeah. I stayed there. I started going to school. I continued with school, with high school, in that organization, in that home. So after the home, things weren't very slick there, but at least I was studying. Yeah, I was studying, and I was, yeah, communicating with God and all that. My relationship with Him was, because that organization is Christian based. It was also it was an advantage for me also to get to know God more. Yeah, and I appreciate that organization. God bless them. Cornerstone Development Center. It's a nice one, y'all. So I left that place, and yeah, when I left, they were supposed to take me back to the village after my schooling. They're supposed to take me back to the village, but God made the way for me, and my cousin took me in from the city. So I stayed with my cousin as I do my internship, my fashion and design internship. I stayed there, and things started going haywire, and God made a backup plan. And yes, I just, God connected me to someone who was in Kenya, and then that person didn't even know me, and this person was like, I want to help you for some reason. And yes, God had saved me from where I was, from my cousin's place. God helped me. Yeah, so he saved me from there. So I started staying with these Kenyans and all that. And yes, when things started going haywire there, my sister came before everything started going haywire. My sister came in, and when I reached at my sister's, yo, this is deep. When I reached at my sister's, still things started going haywire for some reason. And yes, God had made a backup plan still, that I got this friend of mine that came in before things started going haywire. This person came in, and when my sister was like, I just went to this friend's place. And when things started going haywire at my friend's place, God made it another way for me at another friend's place that God reconnected me with before things went haywire. So when I reached there, still things went where? Haywire. They went haywire. God made a way for me. Yep, before things did that. And yes, when I reached this side also, oh yeah, I'm there too. Yes, the things went haywire, and God made the way for me still, and connected me to a certain job. Hold up. Yeah, so when God connected me to a certain job, I lockdown came in. Now there I'd started like I renting, having my own space to stay, because those all that time I was being like helped by people. Like I could sleep in other people's houses, they could help me. So this time God blesses me with a job, and I can now afford the rental. As I started renting, lockdown came in. When lockdown came in, I went back to being out for some reason, somewhere. And yes, things became haywire, and then God connected me to another job. After lockdown and all that, I got another job, and yeah, that's where now I have my own rental. It's not that big, it's small, tiny, but at least I am in control. I'm the one who pays my rent and all that. It's not like I'm depending on people. Please help me sleep over here. So it's been like that, but I've seen God in each and every situation. I've seen God come through. Like He's been like making backup plans. It's like He has always come through before anything. It's like, man, He's faithful. I don't know how to explain this, but I pray that someone gets to understand what I mean. God is faithful. He'll take care of us. Man, He'll take care of us in each and every way, even when things look different. Like whichever situation you're in, God is going to come through for you. Oof. He's faithful, yo. He's faithful. He's faithful. And sometimes it doesn't feel like it, but He's faithful. And also sometimes you might be in a situation and you feel like, oh my God, man, when is this going to end? We all go through such things. Like sometimes we just are tired of the level we're at or something like that. But God is faithful, yo. Oh, it's so sweet. Especially, okay, especially if you believe in his promises for your life, and also if you read the Bible and you know that he got plans, good plans for you, plans of prosperity and of failure, you will see him do mighty things. Yeah, he's faithful. Makaradosi and do not give up. Do not. God will always fight for you. Because some of us, if it wasn't for God, we would have died. Because me, I look at my life and I'm like, wait, I would have died. Because I remember when a certain person like just me out of their house at midnight, and I went outside. I was walking on the street, and then I met these people, this bunch of this gang of men that tried to kind of rape me, but God came through still, because that night I was crying, man. I was crying. Oh my God, I was stranded. I was so stranded. I was like, so yeah, that night I was moving on the street, like it's midnight, and I'm like stranded. I don't know where to go, like that. And then I remember these men that came, they wanted kind of to rape me, but before they could like take advantage of me, there is a person that came like there's a person that came where, because I was in a dark kind of place where these people kind of tried to take advantage of me, but there's someone who came and these people ran away. That's God coming through for us. So he never let anything happen to me. Oh, Holy Spirit, thank you. I love you. But yeah, so God is faithful. He's faithful. He will always come through for you. Hmm. I don't know if I wish I could go in deep details, but I don't. I can't because it's gonna take like a whole. Might take a whole year me explaining such a thing, such things. Yeah, but yeah, that's all. I think just don't give up. God is faithful. He'll come through for you regardless of how things look, regardless of how things seem, regardless of how hard the situation is. He will always come through for you. I'm not saying these things to motivate you or something. Like, I just tell you the truth. I'm telling you the truth because I've seen this happen in my life, in my own life. Yeah, I'm not talking about things I've had somewhere or something like that. Yes, I've had some things, but God is still faithful with your situation. Do not throw in the towel. He loves you. He loves you. Yeah. Yo, stay prayed up. If you don't have that personal relationship with God, start it today. Yeah. When you have a personal relationship with God, it's a good thing, yo, because it's like, I don't know. Do you know, like, let's say you have a relationship with someone, with a human being, yeah. So you count on those people. You count on them, you rely on them. It's like you trust them, and things are not like they are different with someone you're not in a relationship with. Like you expect some things, yes. That's something. Oh Lord, help me. And also, yes, God will promise you things. You will be expectant. You know, you will see him, you will feel him more. Like when you have a personal relationship with him, it's like you'll be secure. Yeah, yeah. Yo, this video is getting so lengthy, but I love you so much. Stay prayed up. Peace. I'm out.